Hello there, it's Halo with the Armageddon Report. This is cyclocane.com. We've got two different hurricane-type areas to talk about, both of them in the Eastern Pacific. So, here's current Tropical Storm Daniel, forecast to become a hurricane at any moment. In fact, if this is accurate, Daniel should be turning into a hurricane sometime before, assuming I did the math correctly, 5 p.m. PDT. So yeah, so this is something that's new. The colors, I'm not decided on it, but so you can tell more easily what the intensity of this track is. So this is Tropical Storm, Category 1 Hurricane, back to Tropical Storm, then Tropical Depression. However, if you look out here, Hawaii is actually now starting to be in the path of some of these spaghetti models with the long-term stuff. However, Daniel is supposed to run into, I think it's cold water, a trough or something of the sort to weaken him, so hopefully he won't be a big threat to Hawaii at all. But back here, we're up to a 50% chance. This side, I believe they're calling 97 EP. Right, so we now even have spaghetti models for this, so the spaghetti models, at least as of now, except for this weird one. What is that? Is that XT? No, it's NGXI. I have no idea what that stands for, but it's some model. But anyway, most of them showing it going this way, so hopefully not a land threat to Mexico. However, there could be, brushing them, I don't know, there could be storm surge type stuff, but apparently not going to directly hit Mexico if that does turn into something. And if that does turn into something, it would be Tropical Storm Emilia. Well, actually, it would be first, if it becomes a tropical depression first, it would be TD5E, right? I think. Yeah, TD5E. And unless they go straight to tropical storm status, then it would be Emilia. Anyway, so that's what's going on in the land of hurricanes, cyclones, and typhoons and stuff. Here's where the weather never changes. It's always bloody hot, isn't it? Excessive heat warnings. This just insane. All of the reds and stuff, that's a nightmare. Right, and then heat advisories surrounding it. This dark red is excessive heat watch, so not currently an excessive heat warning, but soon. And then back here and over here, we've got red flag warnings. So that would be where, conditions are, such that if a fire gets started, it gets spread very rapidly. So that's no fun. So is there relief in sight? Maybe. This is the temperature map for today. Now, if you look at tomorrow, still hot with all the reds and such. Sunday, though, look, we lose a lot of it out here. We've still got the reds there, and of course reds back here to the west. But they haven't been under excessive heat warnings for a flippin' month, have they? But then Monday, look at that. We lose most of the reds, and then the greens start creeping in. That'd be like apparently 70s to 80s. So maybe some relief in sight. Let's sure hope so. Severe thunderstorm weather. What do we got? We've got 3 different slight risk areas going on today. One up here, one down there, one up there for the tip of Maine. And then we've got some warnings in effect. Oh, there we go. That's why it's panned over there. There's a flash flood warning over there in New Mexico. Nuevo Mexico. Do they call it that? No, probably not. So South Carolina, Tennessee, maybe Kentucky is, nope. Just Tennessee, Alabama, New Mexico, and South Carolina with the warnings currently. Severe thunderstorm warnings, no tornado warnings. That's good, or, yeah. Unless the tornadoes brought in the cold air, then we say bring on the tornadoes. Right, so here's the wind map for today. So here's your slight risk areas in the yellow, and then the 5% around it. The hail map is almost completely the same if you look at it, except for up here. So New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine get more of the 5% for the hail. So that would be 1 inch or larger hail. This would be 58 miles per hour and greater wind. Tornadoes is Minnesota and Wisconsin for today with as high as a 5% chance. And if you're not familiar with the numbers, we'll pick this random point in Wisconsin. We say, what does that mean? That means there's a 5% chance that that random point or someone within a 25-mile radius of them will see a tornado today. Right, tomorrow, though, it moves on over to the East Coast, Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, lots of states in there. And then if we look at the probability map, a whole bunch of states affected by the 5%, which of course could also mean that when tomorrow rolls around, maybe one of these areas will get upgraded to a slight risk, maybe a 15%, or maybe this will be downgraded, it could go either way, who knows, or maybe it'll stay the same. The day after tomorrow, also known as day 3, we've got that 30% chance. This is the thing that it actually showed up, that they were so certain, they being the Storm Prediction Center, were so certain about it, that they actually put on the day 4 through 8 map. So we've got this 30% chance out here So that could potentially be a bigger threat by the time well, I mean, that is a fairly high number to start out with, but it could be up even higher by the time July 8th rolls around. So here is your probability map. So here's your highest threat area. There's the slight risk. And again, the 5% area covering a whole bunch of states. Days 4 through 8 is back to predictability too low. So that would mean that the timing and the location of things is not certain enough for the Storm Prediction Center to put anything on the map. That does still mean that some sort of severe weather is predicted, at least as of this time. It's just not certain enough. Right, so the official site or home or whatever, web page, something, of this screencast, the severeweathertv.com, where you can either watch the current one, assuming I've actually updated the lovely site, or go click on that and watch the old ones for whatever reason. Right, that sounded kind of creepy. I shouldn't say like that. Anyway, so today, if you're in any of these three areas, you should go to wikidwix.com. That's wickedwx.com, or the Storm Prediction Center, weather.gov. If you like typhoons, hurricanes, and cyclones and stuff, go to cyclocane, cyclocane.com, or of course there's also National Hurricane Center, a joint typhoon warning center. And yeah, so that's it for today. Is it the weekend yet? I have no idea what day it is. These holiday weeks, they just break up my calendar in my brain. They break my brain, basically. Anyway, enjoy whatever today is.